Roger, you found some great levels tonight, but is he the hardest person to beat defensively? Is he as strong as anyone you've played in defense?
Well, I mean, it's a different type of defense than we know from Rafa or Andy Murray. So it's just different, really. I mean, does really well. I think tonight was different than other times I've played him, like last week or last year. This time, I thought the match was probably a higher quality, but that's normal because that was the first round today and not a semis or a finals where you can play yourself into form, really. So I think that was tough, but overall, clearly he's known and he proves it time and time again that he's one of the best defenders in the game we've ever had.
Hello, Roger here. We saw some mistakes. Are you playing more irregular, or you take more risk, or
slow here? And it's the first match, so there's always going to be errors. There's a lot of neutralizing going on. You got to take a lot of chances to get the ball past Novak, like you mentioned. So eventually, that draws errors out of you. I didn't think it was that extreme, but maybe for you guys it was. I don't know.
I know it's not a lot of consolation after defeat, but how delighted were you by the reception that you received tonight? Because it was, it's like a home Davis Cup tie or something for you, really. Yeah,
but it was very nice, to get the support I get all around the world. O2 is special to me, just because it's nice being part of the last 8, of a tough year, and such a huge stadium, it's a great light show, and I really appreciate all the support I get anywhere, really, but particularly here in London, where I've celebrated some of my biggest victories.
Roger, can you just talk about playing the terrific tiebreaker, then going into the third, and then it sort of slipping, and then also comment on how slow the surface is compared to last year?
It's tough to... Last year I was here, 5 days before the event, so I couldn't... and I didn't play Paris, so I was comparing it to Basel, I guess, last year. Coming in this year, I'm comparing it to Paris, and Paris definitely quicker. It's just... I don't want to say it's way different, but it's just different. You can tell, it's harder to get the ball past a guy, and you just got to line it up differently. It's more construction again of the points, not so much shooting through the opponent. So that takes some adjustments. I think Novak also struggled, for a long period of time tonight. So did I. I'm not even sure if we played our best in the third, but it's just one of those matches you try to take advantage that the other guy's not at 100%, He clearly probably wasn't physically or mentally because of the tough last few days he's had. And same for me. I haven't been, this is not a great preparation as such, other than we're just confident from playing well the last couple of weeks. So it was a really interesting matchup, I thought, and I guess the surface is very similar to last year. I'd be shocked if it was slower than last year, actually. Feels the same.
Roger?
Yeah.
Roger, after this loss, you have more pressure entered the next game, because a game that if you don't win, you can go home.
Maybe. So what do I do in those situations? I try to win. So thank you for the reminder.
Roger, back here. Back to back.
Yes.
Does it sting a little bit more because you've lost to him twice in 3 days, or is it just a case of loss is a loss?
At this point, no. This doesn't sting more or less. I thought I had a chance today, So that's the part where I'm unhappy about that I wasn't able to take advantage of it, because I was actually feeling much better than I was in Paris overall physically. I was struggling much more over there after playing, 9 matches in 12 days or something. So again, I was able to recover from all those matches and actually felt physically somewhat fine, but obviously it's been a tough season overall. So I guess I'm just rattled at times, you know, with my level of play consistently. So I regret not having taken my chances better, maybe, and maybe played it a bit tougher, a bit more solid overall. But there was some good tennis out there as well at the same time, you know, and there's something I can definitely take away from this match. I mean, now we're all in the same situation. All four of us have played 3 sets, so we're getting used to the conditions quickly instead of just racing through a 6-2, 6-2 match, which then maybe you get less information. So look, it's a tougher loss, you know, but then again, still all to play for me, and I hope I can now take it to Del Potro and Gasquet. I don't even know who I play, so that's how it goes.
Hi, Roger here.
Hey.
You have 2 tough rivals in the group. What do you think you have to change?
3 tough guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think you have to change, improve, and keep to have a chance to reach the semifinals?
I think at this point it's very mental. Just making sure I don't get too negative on myself because of the loss today. I mean, it was against Novak after all, so it's not against some journeyman, you know. So I feel like it was very close, but then again, didn't make it. It's a positive that it was 3 sets. Don't really care, but I just have to make sure I stay positive right now in my mind, which I am, and I'm looking forward to the next matches. And I'm happy how I recovered from Paris. That was really key for me to see today how I was going to feel. Maybe, you know, I did have some ups and downs, but that's more towards the season I've played, and more, I think, a lot of matches. And then I just got to play my game. It does remain indoors. So I think I have to just make sure I take it to my opponents rather than trying to make the plays too often, maybe what I was trying to do today.
It's obviously disappointing today, but in the general scheme of things, having had an inconsistent year with the back problems, to take a set off him twice in 3 days, isn't that very positive in terms of the message you'll get at the end of this year?
Yeah, I mean, if you want me to, yeah, sure. Let's see it that way. Great, we're positive. It was great to win 2 sets of Novak and losing 4, and not winning a match. It's really exciting. But no, I don't know what to tell you. The season's not done yet. Let's talk about this stuff in hopefully 4 matches.
Roger, on your left, I would like to ask you, if you don't mind, about Rafael Nadal. Tomorrow he will get number 1 if he wins. What do you think about his season? What adjective would you put to his 2013?
Yeah, fantastic comeback, you know. I expected Rafa to come back strong. I didn't believe that maybe he was going to make it, you know. I mean, he's too good of a player, and I think he's so tough on the clay, and he's improved so much over the years on the other surfaces. He's proved himself everywhere, so he was always going to be part of the top guys if he was going to feel fine physically, and he was not going to return other than if he was going to feel great. So I'm happy for him he was able to take the time, and happy for him that things went probably much better than he actually thought himself. So it's been a terrific year, and clearly he would deserve world number 1 after the season he had. But then again, Novak did play the full season from January on, so you could debate that he would deserve it too, but only one can get it, and it's an exciting finish.
Roger, Rafa said here yesterday that he thought the World Tour final should be played on a different surface every year to reflect the fact that you qualify for this tournament by playing on different surfaces throughout the year. Do you have a view on that?
Sure, I mean, that's a view to have. I can understand where he's coming from, you know, keep it exciting, different, whatever you want to call it. But then again, I must also make the point we have lost another World Tour Masters 1000s on indoors. Used to be in Stuttgart, used to be in Madrid indoors, and now we're playing Shanghai outdoors. So I know it's got a roof, so it could be considered indoors at times because we have some rain there, but I truly believe the World Tour finals should stay indoors, and I think the indoors deserves a great event, because also what's good about indoors, you know what you're getting into. Matches are going to be played, not delayed like we had it in Houston one time. The finals was going to be on the Monday best of 3 instead of best of 5 because of so much rain, and that wasn't cool. So I've been there and lived it. That's where I believe indoor clay is not something we should look at, and that's why probably it has to stay indoor hard, in my personal opinion. But then again, who knows what the changes are going to be in the future? And I kind of secretly hope that it could maybe stay here at the O2, but that's for somebody else to decide.